Alright, talking about some modifications I've done on the CTH Pelican. I wanted a plane that was real light that I could fly in a park that is unassuming, it's not going to do any damage to any people or persons. So I picked the Pelican, made some modifications for FPV. Basically, I turned it into, the biggest changes, turned it into a twin engine plane and made a few modifications to get a camera on there nice and protected. Working with Lee to get a few extra stock parts for the wing so that it's a little bit easier of a build. And outside of that, there's not a whole lot of modifications that are real time consuming. Anyways, we'll take a close look in here at what I did. So basically, I did away with the rudder. I took the rudder that comes usually as a flap where you could hinge it, flipped it up backwards, and glued it in so it's longer. It gives me a little bit better tracking. Elevator remains completely unchanged. Used the thin fuselage here, and I guess we'll look at the front. I basically chopped it up to kind of look like a normal cockpit here and then slotted in my camera. You could fit a bigger camera in here. I think I'm going to go with a Runcam Micro CCD because CMOS just kind of suffers with the light handling. At least this one does. I strapped my video transmitter on there, real plain and simple. So I guess the hardest part here is these nacelles. I basically used the Formica plates as normal. Drilled the holes carefully to fit these. These are DUIS 1306 3100 kV motors, spinning 5-inch props. They're bullnose. I'd recommend just using a standard prop because it's a little bit too much. I spend most of my time flying at quarter to third throttle. So you get you'll be in a normal 5-inch by 4.5 prop, you'll be in a better range. I had chunks of foam here and basically glued one on top and one on the bottom there. There's going to be a better way to do this. It was actually Lee's idea to provide a square chunk of foam and then attach your motor to it and then notch out the wing and then pressure fit it in there with some glue. That would be a little bit easier. You can shape it into however you want just with a razor blade. Metal gear servos all around. 9 gram from Hobby King, and I slotted in. It runs on a 1000 milliamp 3 cell. It pressure fits in there real nice. I cut it a little bit short, the lead a little bit short, so it just fits in there. But I guess the real trick is the wing. I'm gonna take it off and show you how I wired it all up. And just a side note, I've wrecked plenty of times. These rubber bands come with the kit. Keep the wing on just fine. It doesn't really give me any problems. So if we look in here, then we get to see the goods. So again, 1306 motors, you don't really need any more than that at all. Not necessary. It's tons of thrust, all that you'll need. 20 amp little B ESCs, they're opto ESCs. Most of these little guys that weigh 2-3 grams are. Then I run the ground and the wire, the ground and the signal goes straight into my receiver. In this case, it's a little Spectrum receiver. And then I've got the power and the ground to go to this PDB. So it's real easy to put power there, power for that ESC, ground. And then 2 main wires, which come off of there, and then you just plug in your battery. It's not much to it. So this PDB, I'll put a link to it. It also steps to 3S down to 5 volts, and so you could run the simple power and ground right to your receiver there. Program in some differential thrust, and that's all to it. I ran the normal spar as per the instructions. I took a little bit of the dihedral out. Don't know if you really need to. I took a little bit out because I wanted to be a little bit more nimble. I mean, that's not really scientific, but it's working for me. I use this push guide rod. Important to use that guy so you don't get any slop. You want to push that as far forward as possible so you can get your CG balance. It really was not that hard to get the CG balance like this. So, not a whole lot to it. You wired up a quad before you're familiar with these ESCs and how they work. Anyways, if you got any specific questions to it, just let me know. One thing I didn't point out here is I got a 5-volt regulator for the camera because this one only takes 5 volt, and I put in 5 volts to the TBS Unify Pro. It's overkill. You don't need 800 milliwatts, but it's been working for me. I had it laying around. Trying to think if there's anything else to say. I don't believe so, but again, we're working with Lee on these nacelles. It'll just be an easier way to mount it. And you've seen the video, and any questions, leave me comments in the section below, and I'll get back with you. Thanks.
You want to throw any differential?
I have been.
Okay.